Welcome to Video 5, Progress Monitoring for Comparing and Labeling Magnitudes. In this video, we are going to focus on using progress monitoring to ensure that math instruction builds on what each child knows as it relates to comparing and labeling magnitudes. Progress monitoring involves two key instructional practices. Gather information on a child's existing knowledge and skills relative to a developmental progression, and tailor instruction to children's learning needs and continuously monitor progress. Let's begin our discussion on progress monitoring for comparing and labeling magnitudes by taking a look at the number and operations developmental progression. The first thing you may notice is that comparing magnitudes and number relationships are broken down across 4 steps on the progression. The progression tells us that children are ready for counting-based comparisons of two quantities when they can demonstrate accurate one-to-one tagging and cardinal understanding, and when they can use subitizing to perceptually or visually compare small collections up to 3. So, if children aren't yet demonstrating those skills, give them more opportunities for practice before introducing them to comparing non-subitizable sets of objects. Next, the progression tells us that children begin to develop their number after knowledge after they are familiar with the counting sequence. Although it won't harm a child to think about number after relationships before they are able to count to compare, meaningful counting and comparison skills should be prioritized to ensure children have a firm foundation with concrete experiences before moving on to more abstract experiences. The ability to name the number before another number develops later, when a child can demonstrate number after knowledge fluently or quickly and accurately. The next step on the developmental progression is the mental comparison of close or neighboring numbers. Children are ready for this step when they can determine the larger set by counting and naming the next number in the count sequence without a running start, or beginning from 1 and counting up. All that practice children have had with counting concrete objects and telling which number comes next prepares children to begin thinking about quantities and numbers without having a visual reference. They are able to do it in their head. Finally, once children are able to mentally compare close or neighboring numbers, they begin to have an understanding that number after equals 1 more. This understanding that the next number in the count sequence is exactly 1 more than the previous number is also called the successor principle. Now, let's look at some examples of children engaged in thinking about magnitude comparisons and number relationships. Imagine these children are in your classroom, and you are interested in gauging their comparing and labeling magnitude skills. As you watch each clip, take notes in your learning journal about what you notice about the children's counting skills using the excerpted sections of the progress monitoring logbook. After you watch the clip, you'll be asked to indicate which skills you did and didn't observe, and then decide on next steps for the child using the developmental progressions. Let's watch the first video now.
Now, I don't know. Are these the same, Nathan? Let me see. Are these the same?
This I have 1, 2, 4, 5.
How many?
5.
5. You showed me with your hand. That helps.
This I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the same.
They're the same. They're the same number. 5 and 5, even though they kind of look different the way they are. Okay, let's try one more. This one might be a little tricky. I don't know. Okay. Now, which one? Now, are these the same?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How many over here?
7.
7. Okay, how many over here?
6.
That's 6. This one's 7. Are they the same?
No.
Can you tell me which one has less? Which one has more? So which one has less? 7 is more, and 6 is 1 less, so it's less. I'm going to tell you a number. Tell me what comes after the number. Are you ready? 3. What comes after the number 3 when you count? 4. 4. What comes after the number 7 when you count? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. What comes after the number 12 when you count?
11.
11. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 comes after 12. The number is 4. What comes before the number 4 when you're counting? Are you showing me on your hand? Should we try?
5.
1, 2, 3, then 4. 5 comes after 4, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 and then there's one more. It's 5. But what comes before 4 is 3. All right, I'm going to say 2 numbers. Can you tell me which one's more? I'm just going to say them, so you have to really listen. Are you ready? The numbers are 7 and 3. Which one is more?
7.
How did you know 7 was more?
I'm a genius.
Because you're a genius, you just know, huh? Okay, here's a bigger one. Are you ready? The numbers are 8 and 9. Which one is more?
9.
How did you know?
9.
Right, okay, here's the last one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which one is more? 15 or 14?
50.
15, are you sure? How do you know?
I know who. My head is learning.
Your head is learning?
How would you describe Natan's magnitude comparison and number relationship skills? Pause this video and take a minute to summarize your observation in the space provided in the Teacher Learning Journal. Let's take a look at how you could have completed the logbook. We saw Natan use counting to compare non-subitizable quantities. Although he initially indicated that the group of 7 had less than the group of 6, he self-corrected when asked which group had more. Natan's counting-based comparison skills fall within the 5th band on the developmental progression. Given that Natan is 4 years old, his skills in this area fall outside the range for children his age. Natan also demonstrated number after knowledge up to 7, but he struggled with quantities greater than 10 and with number before questions. His number after knowledge falls on the 2nd band of the progression, consistent with other children his age. On the mental comparison of close numbered tasks, he was able to identify which number was more up to 15. His mental comparison skills fall within the 2nd band on the progression and outside the range expected for children his age. Based on your observation and the number and operations and comparing and labeling magnitudes developmental progressions, what should be the teacher's next step with Natan? Pause this video and take a minute to summarize your observation in the space provided in the Teacher Learning Journal. Natan's teacher should provide more opportunities for Natan to practice using comparison language such as more, fewer, and same number as. He could also benefit from more opportunities to practice using his number after knowledge for numbers beyond 10. Natan's teacher could also begin asking Natan, "What is more than?" for numbers under 10 to help him discover the successor principle. Now, let's watch a video of a different child engaged in a magnitude comparison activity.
I'm going to show you some blocks, okay? And you can tell me, are these the same number of blocks on this side and this side? I see you shaking your head. What are you saying? Oh, let's keep it over here. We're going to keep it separate. They're not the same. Why not?
They just blue.
They're all blue, so we know they're the same color. But how many do we have over here? How many blocks are over here? Right here in this group, how many? One. And how many over here? Two. So are they the same? No, this one's more, that one has less. Okay, let me try another one. How about, let's try this. Over here, you see some on this side. How many are over here? Or, I'm sorry. I'm kind of circling them so we can keep them separate. Are these the same number of blocks? Are they the same?
Yeah, I'm making a star.
How many are over here in that group?
I don't know.
But if you just look at them, can you tell which one, if they're the same? How do you know? No? Why not?
They're not the same.
Why not?
They're just the same blue.
They're just the same color blue, but they're not the same number of blocks, are they? How many are over there?
1, 2,
3 are over here, and how many blocks are over here?
3,
You want to start with 1?
5, 6.
You want to start counting with me? 1,
1,
2, 3.
You should play that in your growth motor room right now.
So that has 3. This has 4. They're not the same. 4 is more, right? Okay. How about we try?
more.
I'm giving you more. So how many do you have now?
You play that in the growth motor room.
How could you figure it out? Carrie, how could you figure out how many you have there? We got to keep that one over there. How many are over there? You want to line them up? Okay, you're going to count. Did you say 1 on this one? Which one was going to be 1? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you touched these at the same time. We can only do 1 at a time. Where do you want to start?
I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay, that's okay. Bear is hungry and he wants to eat some blueberry cookies or some strawberry cookies. Before we can give him cookies, we have to put both our hands in the cookie jars and put them on the table. So let's see what you grab when you grab both hands in the cookie jars. All right, let's see. He only wants the cookies that have more. Which cookies have more, the strawberry cookies or the blueberry cookies?
Blueberries.
How do you know? Should we count them to see?
My mommy told me.
Should we count them to see? Because look at these. Which one's more? 1, 2. Gonna line them up. 3. Oh, only the strawberries. So Carrie, how many are here?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many blue ones? You want to line the blue ones up? You want to line the blue ones up and see if it's the same?
Let me turn it around.
Okay, and then we're going to line them right next to the red ones, okay? Oh, underneath the red ones. I'm sorry, underneath. So there's 1, 3. So which one has more? The strawberry cookies have more, so that's what Bear's going to eat.
How would you describe Kiari's magnitude comparison skills? Pause this video and take a minute to summarize your observation in the space provided in the Teacher Learning Journal. Let's take a look at how you could have completed the logbook. We saw that Kiari could perceive the difference between very small, subitizable quantities. However, she didn't use comparison language to label the quantities. Her performance was inconsistent with quantities she couldn't subitize. For instance, she indicated that 3 and 4 were not the same on one trial, but indicated they were the same on a different trial. Kiari also needed a lot of scaffolding to use counting as a way to determine if two quantities were the same or different. She also struggled to accurately count using one-to-one tagging. Chiari's counting-based comparison skills fall within the first band of the progression. Because she is 4 years old, her skills fall outside the range expected for children her age. Based on your observation and the number in operations and comparing and labeling magnitudes developmental progressions, what should be the teacher's next step with Chiari? Pause this video and take a minute to summarize your observation in the space provided in the Teacher Learning Journal. Chiari's teacher should continue to provide Chiari with opportunities to practice subitizing and counting small quantities. Once Chiari consistently counts small sets of objects accurately and demonstrates cardinal understanding, she will be better prepared to engage in counting-based magnitude comparison activities. Now you're ready to begin progress monitoring for comparing and labeling in your classroom. Remember to make notes of children's math skills in the logbook not only during structured activities, but also during unstructured times and in all areas of the classroom. Children are putting their math skills to work everywhere. As you plan for math activities in your classroom, frequently consult your progress monitoring data to help you select activities, group children, and tailor instruction for individual children. Each activity in this module has a section on how to use your progress monitoring data to accommodate the different skill levels children bring to the activity.